If you plan to support your children in funding their education, a 529 can be an extremely beneficial tool. A 529 is a qualified tuition plan established at the state level, which allows you to either prepay tuition or invest through an account that will be used to pay for qualified education expenses at eligible institutions for the benefit of a designated beneficiary. Eligible institutions include post-secondary institutions, such as accredited colleges, universities, and vocational schools. They can also be elementary or secondary schools, depending on state law. Qualified expenses for higher education include the cost of tuition and fees, books, supplies, technology, and room and board if your student is enrolled at least half-time. Additionally, up to $10,000 can be used to pay on qualified student loans for the designated beneficiary or the designated beneficiary's sibling. Qualified expenses for elementary and secondary school expenses can be no more than $10,000 and must be used for tuition or the cost of attendance of an elementary or secondary school only. Once again, the use of a 529 for elementary and secondary school expenses is determined at the state level. A 529 can be opened online or through a financial advisor. You do not have to contribute to your state's 529. If you choose to open a 529 on your own, we recommend doing your due diligence to determine some of the better options. 529s are typically managed by different mutual fund companies, and as with anything, some are better than others. A 529 can only have one owner, so if you are listed as an owner and are married, you can list your spouse as a contingent owner if something were to happen to you. Your child is listed as a beneficiary of the 529, so any withdrawals made from the 529 would be for the benefit of your child's educational expenses. Unlike other tax advantage plans, there are no income restrictions to contribute to a 529. Additionally, an individual can contribute up to 5 times the annual gift tax exclusion amount in a single year per designated beneficiary, as if you had made the contribution ratably over the course of a 5-year period. Likewise, a couple that chooses to do gift splitting can each contribute up to 5 times the annual gift tax exclusion amount. That means in 2024, an individual can contribute up to $90,000 to an individual 529 in a single year without gift tax consequences. And a couple who elects gift splitting can contribute up to $180,000 in a single year without gift tax consequences. Many states offer tax credits or deductions for utilizing a 529. While there are no tax credits available at the federal level, earnings on 529 funds are completely tax-free if used for qualified educational expenses. You can set up systematic contributions to a 529 as well as make one-time contributions. Additionally, someone else, like a grandparent, can set up a 529 for the benefit of your child. One important thing to note, however, is that the owner of the 529 is the one who controls the account. So if another person opens a 529 for the benefit of your child and decides they no longer want to give that 529 money to your child, that is their prerogative. For financial aid purposes, a 529 is considered an asset of the parent. If you are eligible, you can contribute to both a 529 and a Coverdell Education Savings Account at the same time. You can also take advantage of the American Opportunity Credit and the Lifelong Learning Credit if eligible. The beneficiary of a 529 can be changed at any time. So if your oldest student receives a full scholarship to your alma mater, you can change the beneficiary on that student's 529 to a younger sibling or a niece or a nephew. A major concern many people have is if their student doesn't need the money either because of scholarships or perhaps they decide not to pursue a college education. In this case, you may be able to roll over up to a lifetime limit of $35,000 into a Roth IRA in the name of the designated beneficiary. This is a very new provision that was passed under the Secure Act of 2022. To be eligible for a rollover, the 529 must have been active for at least 15 years, and only contributions made over 5 years ago can be rolled over. Rollovers from a 529 to a Roth IRA are subject to the annual Roth IRA contribution limits. For 2024, you would be eligible to roll over $7,000 if eligible. You would continue to make annual rollover contributions to the Roth IRA until you have reached the lifetime limit. If money is withdrawn from the 529 and is not used for qualified educational expenses, nor rolled over into a Roth IRA for the designated beneficiary, then the investment gains will be subject to taxation along with a 10% penalty. A 529 is a valuable tool in your education planning toolbox. If you haven't started contributing already, talk to an advisor to get direction on your educational planning needs.